On to all of my Scorpios, let's just jump right into it. So we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Star, Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the High Priestess. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you Scorpios, right? No major arcana that represents Scorpio, but this is going to be a wild ride anyway, because the Ace of Wands represents somebody, or your own, I should say your own thoughts about Ace of Wands, the type of people that you need to get rid of, the type of people that you need to stop hanging out with. The Star card, the Two of Cups, this is a representation of how you Scorpios are going to try to start hanging out with people who actually want to be in a relationship, and not just people who talk about it or who like to make it seem like they want to be in relationships, but in actuality, not really. So as a result of this, you Libras, excuse me, you Scorpios, um, you Scorpios, it's a minor slip up. This is about how a lot of you want to be serious. You want to get real. You actually want to be in a relationship, and you're sick and tired of people who playing games with you, right? And you Scorpios, y'all can play your games too, but a lot of you Scorpios are starting to become more serious. And a lot of y'all are like, okay, you're going to actually take dating more seriously now, right? And be more direct about who and what you want. So the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords is about how I will say that you Scorpios really do need to adjust yourselves to the dating market, I guess you can say, right? Because a lot of people are not really who they say they are, or who and what they imply to be. So you have to understand that since this is the case, you're going to be disappointed. And I'm not saying this, to be negative or any of that stuff. I'm saying it because it's a real estimation, or a real estimation as to the type of quality of the people that you're going to meet in the dating market, or just, on the planet, right? A lot of people are doing a lot right now for attention and so-called love, and try to be in relationships. And so many people are so interested in leveling up to the point where, and they're using all these video game terms, they don't actually take a minute, my dear Scorpios, to slow down and realize that it's not a video game, right? Life is not you can't Life is a video game in a sense of it being a matrix, but it's not a video game in a sense that there's some serious consequences that do hurt people, right? So if people don't start making decisions accordingly, they can really end up getting a lot of people upset or angry because of the toes that they're stepping on and the lines that they are crossing, right? So I'm saying this to say that the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords is about you having to slow down a minute, like I said, and understand that you're going to have to, or you are going to also not only have to encounter, but you are going to encounter people who are not what they say they are or imply to be. Now, the Seven of Wands is about some of the people you're not necessarily going to be on equal footing with. So because you're not on an equal footing with these types of people, because of the fact that they're fronting, right, to be something that they're not, right, you're going to start to see that fairly quickly. And a lot of you Scorpios, in true Scorpio fashion, are going to start to lose respect for them. The Seven of Pentacles is about this being a situation for you where the Seven of Pentacles is the next thing for you to do is that you're going to also find out. I ain't gonna say the next thing for you to do, but you're gonna also find out haphazardly that they don't have as much money. See, that's another thing too that a lot of people use in the dating market, or when they, nowadays, the stuff that's trendy when it comes to trying to get partners, trying to get people to rock with them, right? Right? Is to essentially use the money card. Or I got money for days, and I'm just this fly individual, and I got cars, millions of dollars, and all this other type of stuff. And the thing is, is because of that, you start to see a lot of people really doing the really spreading themselves thin, doing this type of stuff, right? And then the things that the Five of Cups is, when you Scorpio see through that, as you know, in true Scorpio fashions, when Scorpio utilizes their gift correctly, and I'm gonna make a video talking about how Scorpios can really start making or utilizing their gifts correctly, right? Because Scorpio is one of those zodiac signs that can really, they want to be able to stop messing with people. They want to be able to know if a person is full of it immediately. I'm gonna start teaching you Scorpios and any other zodiac sign that watches the content how to be able to do that, so that you Scorpios don't end up stinging yourselves. Right? So the thing is that the Nine of Wands represents too. Okay, so the Five of Cups is about how a lot of people they're gonna feel bad when you see through their imposter act, because you're gonna start to realize that they're perpetrating a fraud. They're not who they imply to be, or they're not who they say that they are directly. The Nine of Wands represents, and you're going to start to kind of see the dating market differently, right? Your perception is going to be like, there's a lot of people, the majority of people are fronting. This is very true. So the thing is that the High Priestess is that you're also, some of you Scorpios are going to also kind of be doing your research behind the scenes, because the High Priestess, believe it or not, this is why I say that the High Priestess is a the High Priestess is one of those cards that is one of those cards that get you caught up in the trick bag. And the thing is that the High Priestess is actually the zodiac card. Excuse me, it's actually the major arcana card that is the sign of the stalker, or the person that does not leave you alone, right? Now, the High Priestess, don't take this personally, but the High Priestess represents y'all in the case of this reading. Don't take it personally, in the sense that y'all are doing your homework, like how this person here is reading. Y'all are doing your homework and starting to realize, right, that people, the 90 percentile of people whom you are meeting, 9 out of 10, are really faking it. They're really trying to be alphas. They're really trying to act like they're cooler, because people don't want to be betas. People don't want to be omegas. People don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to be people either want to be alphas or sigmas, right? Nobody wants to be a zeta. Nobody wants to be an omega. Nobody wants to be a delta. Nobody wants to be considered a beta, even though you have a lot of people who are betas, even though you have a lot of deltas. So a lot of people are faking and fake flossing and posturing and all this stuff. And a lot of you Scorpios are seeing through that. And um you're going to be studying just how you're going to be thinking to yourselves, how many people have you met who are not really alphas the way they try to make it seem? Because the vast majority of the people on earth right now are not alphas. To be an alpha is actually quite rare. If you really want to keep it 100, being an alpha is quite rare. Let's clarify the High Priestess. Very few people on earth are alphas, in fact. And maybe in another video, I'll break that down so that people can get a better. Don't worry about it. I'm going to make it make sense. But to clarify the High Priestess, you have the Hangman, the Four of Cups, and you have the Three of Pentacles, the card that I was just doing research on it a few hours ago. So the Hangman represents how, when it comes to meeting these types of people, it's saying to utilize your patience, Scorpio, and just keep dating as you would normally do. Don't try to do anything else by doing too much, by finding the person that's right for you. You will find the person that's right for you by process of elimination. And how you do that is to remain patient, is to continue to date, see the red flags in people, decide for yourselves if these types of people are the type of people that you really want to date, if you are compatible with them in a real honest, self-reflective way. And if you decide that these aren't the type of people for you, then it's time for you to leave. Because the Hanged Man, like I said, I'm getting better with this because I was just doing the research on this card a few hours ago, less than 24 hours ago. The Hanged Man is actually the representation of the clip-off. Refer to my video about the clip-off. And the clip-off is a representation of the clip off is representation of who you actually are that you are trying to cover up or deny. So if you know that you are not really built for these types of relationships, you know that you want something more, then it's time for you to really invest in yourself as to how real you actually are by allowing all the fake fugazi individuals to fall by the wayside. And how you do that is simply by being patient and essentially continuing to date and buying your own time. That's it. That's all you need to do. Don't mess yourself up trying to go above and beyond and doing all this other stuff. The Four of Cups is about how it is that, again, good, you're continuing to date. One of the ways that you'll be able to um eliminate people from your dating pool a lot faster, because some of you Scorpios are going to try to go out on dates. You're going to extend this cup to them and they're going to not be down with that, right? Despite whatever type of dates or meetings that you're trying to work out with them, they're going to want to go to all these high class restaurants, regardless of who it is. They're going to try to make the date as expensive as they possibly can and all this other stuff. And a lot of you Scorpios are not going to be down with it. The three, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles is about how it is that, these people just want to be able to go back to their families or whoever it is that they have, potentially even, significant others, with a box full of food and all this other stuff that they and their significant other can eat for the night, and talk about how it is that they got one over on you via fast food. Anyway, but that was the reading. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my email address, which you can contact me at, is Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com. Also, the link to my website, which you can also book a private reading from there too. If you don't want to go to my email address, is Kareemspiritworks.wixsite.com. The link to that is in the description box below, as well as the link that I created. The link that I have is on Amazon, which is to my book that I created as well, talking about history, but also too just kind of talking about the dynamics of dating and relationships and just kind of where we are as a species today. The link to that is also in the description, as well as the comment section below. That's pretty much it. Peace.